Hi everyone, welcome to Honey Drops Tarot. This is a general reading for the sign of Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Scorpio, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all of your likes, shares, and subscribes. I truly appreciate it. Just a quick note, please do not fall for any scammers. I will never reach out to solicit for a private reading. I do offer private readings, and if you're interested in signing up for one of those or in making a donation, you can find that information in my Buy Me a Coffee link, my official Instagram and TikTok, all listed in the About section of my YouTube page, and I thank you so much in advance. Scorpio, I hope you're doing well. I'm going to be using two decks for your reading today. The first one is from the Botanical Dreams Oracle deck, brand new deck that I just got, and the Tarot of the Abyss. The cards have been pre-shuffled. I'm just going to burn a little bit of Palo Santo. The spirit just asked me to burn some Palo Santo here to clear the energy, my energy, your energy, so we can have a nice, clear message for Scorpio. Thank you, Spirit. For Scorpio, okay, see, right off the bat. Number 16, which corresponds to the Tower card of the Major Arcana of the Tarot. Tower card is Scorpio energy along with Aries, and it represents great shock, awe, and upheaval, but always for your best and highest good. And the words are new chapter. First of all, I have to point out here these two beautiful cats just about to touch noses. It's funny because in the Pisces reading I just did, Spirit sang the theme song to Reading Rainbow. They got a completely different card, and it was in a different context, but they sang it. And here it is. The butterfly in the sky. I can go twice as high. Take a look. It's in a book. The Reading Rainbow. There is something to it. There could be a specific book or text that you are reading, or you read a passage from that is or has become very significant to you. I don't know if it's some kind of spiritual teaching or what it is. Maybe you just gleaned some information on starting a new endeavor, a new business, a new project, and it filled you with so much enthusiasm, inspiration, creativity, whatever it is. It's like you're starting over, you're starting anew. See the dragonfly here as kind of the emblem of that new chapter. So if you see dragonflies, which would be pretty spectacular, especially if you live in the northern hemisphere, it's winter time. If you were to see a dragonfly at this time of year, that would be tremendously spectacular in a cold climate. I want to point out here, ever so subtly, see the snake? There's the snake's head right there, kind of coiled behind her. That could reference the year of the snake, the time that I am recording this, the year of the snake. Shedding things, shedding skins, shedding people. What new chapter awaits Scorpio? I'm going to pull 3 cards for the base spread, 3 cards for clarifier, past, present, and future. And at the end, I'm going to pull 1 card of advice from Spirit. This is for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. some cards similar to the Pisces reading. You may have Pisces in your chart. Might want to watch that reading if you do. One more. Okay. Still a little bit of unfinished business, I feel, but in the past energy, it really makes sense why we're starting a new chapter. You got the Ten of Swords. There are two versions of the Ten of Swords in this deck. This one is the more palatable version, staring down the face of wisdom itself, right? The representation of wisdom being the wise owl. Ten of Swords talks about kind of being at our wits' end. We've learned all that we're going to learn. We've absorbed all the information that we can withstand. And now it's time to kind of let all of that go. By the time you reach the 10 in any of the suits, it's an ending, it's a conclusion. Just like this, right? Then we begin a new chapter. The 10 of Swords goes then back to the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords is epiphany, breakthroughs, clarity. So there's something here that it's really leveled you, you know, and I referenced the Tower card. Could have had some kind of big revelation in your life that's causing you to need to change. You could just be changing your mindset, but it's a needed change. And it could be coming with a rejection of something that you've learned. 5 of the major arcana, the number 5 is the Hierophant card. It's in reverse, the wise one, right? This is the earthly representation, a conduit between this world and the next. A spiritual leader, religious leader, a guru, a shaman, a just intuitive individual in your life, kind of gathering around. Normally we would gather around and listen to the wise words of this person, but this card is in reverse to clarify the Ten of Swords. It's kind of like, it's a rejection energy. I'm no longer entertaining teachings of the past. That's not a judgment from me. Well, you do you, right? I don't know what it is that you are rejecting, but I see it very heavily represented here. Could just be like a narrative that has been laid out in front of you your whole life. So, okay, I'm getting, I'm seeing a particular person in my mind, a coworker who I recently had a conversation with about their family lineage, right? Like they come from a family of blue-collar workers. That this is what they called them, right? Like, I don't know if they were like firemen or masons or something like that. And they're very proud of their family, right? But they kind of grew up with the sense that if they didn't work hard, if they didn't work themselves into the ground, to the bone, that good things would not come their way, that abundance wouldn't result, because abundance always results because of hard work. But as we start to understand how spirit works and how we work in relation to spirit, the laws of manifestation, the laws of attraction, yes, we have to work towards our goals, but kind of work ourselves into the ground in the process. We don't have to do that. Now, easier said than done for sure, and there has to be a belief that abundance will come to you. But it's just a release of letting go of the idea of like having to suffer for it. We can work hard, we can be proud of ourselves. We're here to kind of contribute to the world, that's for sure. But what we contribute and how we contribute are two different things. I think my biggest contributions to the world, or my world, do not involve any kind of exchange of money, for example. An exchange of energy, an exchange of time, absolutely. An exchange of ideas, 100%. But I think my biggest contribution is not something you can put a dollar amount on, because it's human connection. It's being an empath and being able to see when people are suffering or people are needing something or they need compassion, and being the person that can help to provide that or help to provide context for that. None of that requires money. None of that requires a degree or credentials. It just requires open eyes, open ears, and a heart that has the intention to do so, right? So there's something here that you're releasing. What is it, Spirit? Can you give us a little bit more information? Look. Whatever it is, they're not telling me what it is, but they're just saying that it was life-changing for you, Scorpio. Absolute and total revelation. Number 19, the Sun. Arguably the best card in the tarot. Life force, energy. A singular force that allows life on Earth to exist. Illumination, warmth, something that is all-encompassing. Ooh, I just felt this wave of fatigue literally wash over this side of my face. And part of you is tired. Can't wait for this new chapter to begin. You're done with the old chapter. Stick a fork in you, you're done. The next two cards are the present energy. King of Pentacles, Eight of Cups in reverse. King of Pentacles in reverse, Eight of Cups in reverse. King of Pentacles is earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and can talk about somebody kind of at the top of their game. By the time we reach the kings in the tarot, somebody with all the expertise of their suit. So somebody who knows how to wield finances and time and resources and people. Somebody who knows how to gather those things up, make them work in their favor. We've got this card in reverse. You made some sacrifices. Spirit is showing me. You made some sacrifices. You had to, Spirit just said step down, step down. There might be some of you who had to step down in a role or a position or a responsibility. Sometimes we realize, and there's no shame in this, right? Like, we can't please everyone and we can't do it all. Right? I'm especially talking to the moms out there that just feel the need to do it all. Sometimes you can't. You only have two hands, So there could be something here that you had to give up in order to have some semblance of a normal life, of some semblance of balance. The Eight of Cups in the reverse. In the upright, this card talks about walking away from situations that no longer serve us. When the card is in reverse, it kind of talks about a homecoming, coming back to the self. So when I read these two cards together, it's kind of like saying you gave up something, you sacrificed something so you wouldn't lose yourself. so you wouldn't get lost in the sauce. Can I have a clarifier, please, Spirit, for Scorpio? 8 of Cups in reverse, King of Pentacles in reverse. Here you are, Scorpio. Number 13, the Death card of the Major Arcana, Scorpio energy. Scorpio, you showed up in your own reading in reverse. That tells me a lot. First of all, it's very significant when the sign I'm reading for shows up in their Major Arcana self. It's very significant. It shows me I'm connecting with Scorpios. But when the card is in reverse, it's like saying you're not sitting truly in your element. You don't feel quite like yourself, right? The Death card talks about closing out cycles, and I think you are in the process, right? You recognized that you had to reject some things back in the past. Now in the present energy, you're understanding that you have to make some sacrifices and you have to cut some cords in order to return back to the self. At least you're recognizing it. At least you're cognizant of it. You understand the work that needs to go into it too. Sometimes all it takes is the decision to do so, and then things suddenly kind of snap into place. So like, let's say for example, you know that you need to stop talking to a certain friend because they're not really a friend. They're like a hanger-on, or they're an energy vampire, or whatever it is. Maybe simply coming to the realization that I don't want to be in that person's energy anymore further influences your actions moving forward, so that the next time that person says, hey, do you want to go get coffee? Do you want to go hang out and do this? You just say, no, I don't. Or, I'm sorry, I'm too busy, I can't. I have another obligation or another engagement. Or you just say, you suck as a friend and I don't want to be around you anymore. There are all sorts of approaches to this process. All the Scorpios I know, they've got that scorpion tail, right? You guys have this stinger. I don't really know a lot of Scorpios that actually take that direct sting approach. I haven't personally tested any of them to find out whether or not that's actually true. I think the sting comes later. Anyway, I'm not condoning the stinging. I'm just condoning like letting go of something that does not serve you. That is not for your best and highest good. That does not contribute to your life in any way that is positive. We don't need it. Right? It's like rewriting a new narrative. In the future potential, Page of Pentacles in the upright, the Magician in the reverse. Page of Pentacles in the upright, the Magician in reverse. Number 1 of the Major Arcana, Virgo and Gemini in reverse. Page of Pentacles talks about, you can see here, he's kind of crouched down on the ground, planting seeds. Planting seeds with the intention of growing them into some kind of benefit or harvest. It's an investment. It's an investment in ourselves, in our curiosity, in our hopes. But it's in the beginning stages. So you kind of close out old cycles, you begin new cycles, but you might not even know exactly where you want to go. You know what you want to end, that's for sure, but you're not sure what you're going to begin. That's okay. Maybe you're doing research and reading and contemplating and creating so that you can plant something new. But it is difficult at this time for you because the Magician card is in the reverse. The Magician is the master manifester, power of all 4 suits of the tarot. This is somebody incredibly resourceful, the most resourceful. They know how to wield all the elements around them in order to make things happen. So imagine it if, because I lead teams at my job, and it's like, this is what I'm doing all day. It's like I'm kind of having to manage my own team, manage expectations of other teams in order to make things happen. But if I didn't have a clear understanding of the goal, I wouldn't be able to do that. So imagine you're managing the team of your own life. Do you know what the goal is? Do you know where it is you want to move towards? How can you begin to manage your resources, pool everything together towards one common aim if you don't know what that aim is, and only you can determine what that aim is? Can I have a clarifier? Thank you. 3 of Pentacles in reverse. Well, maybe it's difficult for you because you're doing things on your own. Okay, that's so crazy because for the past 3 days, I have been listening to a very specific song it was a duet by Patti LaBelle and Michael McDonald called On My Own. For 3 days, I just listened to it over and over and over again. Now I understand it's supposed to come up in your reading. The lyrics are, on my own, once again, one more time, by myself. No one said it was easy. I can't hear the rest of the words, but on my own, once again, one more time, by myself. So, the 3 of Pentacles is a card of co-creation, collaboration with spirit. The card is showing in the reverse. It's kind of like, I gotta ask the question, Scorpio, like, are you working with your spirit guides? Are you asking them for help? You don't have to be on your own. You can choose to be on your own, but if you have spirit guides, then why wouldn't we ask our spirit guides for help? That's what they're there for, strangely. They're there for us. It's not about serving us, but it's about assisting us to accomplish our goals. Are you asking? Are you writing things down, what you want to manifest? It's important because you can make it happen. It's just that you have to be serious about it, I think. Be serious about it. I'm going to get one more card of advice from Spirit. For Scorpio, please. The Moon. Pisces energy, major arcana, number 18. Mysteries abound, secrets, illusion, and confusion. Okay, Spirit is showing me you're confused. There could be a riff in your thinking. There could be the practical versus the impulsive. You know what Spirit just said to me? Give them a break. Spirit just told me, give Scorpio a break. They're going through a lot right now. Okay? Okay. Yeah, because it's a lot, right? It's a lot having to begin again. And it feels like beginning again. But eventually, the moon will have to recede in the sky and the sun has to rise again. When you see a sun and a moon in a tarot reading together, like they show up in the same reading, it's eclipse energy, eclipse. So if you can, look up when the next eclipse is going to be and manifest before or after, not on the day of the eclipse, because eclipse energy is a little wonky. Before or after, work with the energies. Make them work for you. That's your reading, Scorpio. I hope that it resonated. If it did, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Please hit the bell notification to be updated as to when I post new readings. Thank you, Scorpio.